Alright, I got a Gengar Ex Deck profile. I did fairly well with this deck at 2 different league challenges. One of them I went undefeated, and the other I made top 4. So this is the deck that I've been testing. It's worked out pretty well. 3 Gengar EX. The deck performs very similar to Donphan, where you hit and then swap with the bench. That's what his attack does. The good thing about this over a Donphan deck is that Gengar EX, is a basic, so you don't gotta worry about evolving. Also, he hits for 60 and poison, so he hits pretty hard. And he has that fighting resistance, which is kind of nice. So yeah, there's triple Gengar EX, double Sigilif. It's nice to be able to attack with Sigilif using Psychic Energies. Sigilif can put in some major work against some EX Pokemon, or EX dominant decks. We got Wobbuffet. Wobbuffet hits pretty hard. If they have like a decent amount of damage. So sometimes Wobbuffet could do really well. I knocked out a Manectric EX in the tournament because I already had around 100 damage on it, or 90, and I think it was like 110 damage on it. And basically this does 10 plus however many damage counters is on there, 10 for each. So yeah, it finished off a Mega Manectric EX, which was very crucial. We have 2 Outragers. Kyurem helps a lot against Landorus EX and Donphan decks. The Zekrom is for Yveltal decks, so pretty good. I'm running 1 Snorlax. Snorlax is in here for his ability block, which you would have him on the bench with a Float Stone, attack with Gengar EX, the effect goes, and then he blocks the opponent from retreating. He takes an attack, the poison, hurts the opponent's Pokemon. You get retreat with the Float Stone, and then you do it again, if that's the correct play at the time. That's kind of like the strategy with that. And then standard for Sycamore, obviously. As well as standard for N, obviously. Yeah, you kind of have to run it. It's just too good not to run at 4. We got double Chorus. They worked out very well in this deck. Usually you do have a pretty good bench, so 2 is very good. 2 Lysander. You have to run at least 2. This card is amazing. This deck seems to do very well with Skyla. Skyla benefits the deck very much. So 2 worked out very well, and I think 2 is pretty strong in the deck. You could get away with running 1, but the card is pretty good for this deck. 4 Robo Sub. At first I was thinking that 2 would be enough, but it turns out this card is actually one of the better cards in the deck. It really just saves you from getting hit, from your other Pokemon getting hit. It helps very much. So just like in Donphan, maxing out is perfect. So I feel 4 Robo Sub is very good for this deck. 4 Ultra Ball. There's one of Pokemons that you're going to really want to search. You're going to want access to your Gengar EX early in the game. So 4 is very, very good. Triple Float Stone. Float Stone is just very helpful in the deck. You want it on your Wobbuffet or your Sigilif or your Snorlax, of course. So triple Float Stone and double Muscle Band. Muscle Band is not it's not really that necessary in the deck, but it's pretty nice to give your Gengar an extra 20, especially if you're going up against a deck that uses Mewtwo EX, because If you have a muscle band on your Gengar, times 2 damage, it'll do, 80 times 2 plus poison, which will knock out a Mewtwo EX in one hit. So that's very good. So it's nice to hit for 80 plus poison. Next we have 2 VS Seeker. You need at least 2 of these. It's one of the best item cards in the game. I'm running 2 enhanced hammers. They help out a lot against Donphan decks or any deck that uses a lot of special energies. Most decks use special energies. Really good against fighting decks, really good against just, in general, it's nice to get rid of a DC. DC is really popular. Megaphone, it's just a standard amazing item. For now, I just have it as a one of, but it's really good. Dowsing Machine, it's an amazing expect card with the with the one of trainers I have, and stadiums and stuff like that. It's really has put in a lot of work in this deck. Has really came through and won games for me. Escape Rope. So Escape Rope is just a really nice card. It's nice to have the option when it's necessary to get your opponents active out of the way. And yeah, so like, once again, Dowsing Machine is great to grab whatever you need at the time. So yeah, usually very, very useful. I run Triple Dimension Valley, an amazing card. It's really nice to be able to attack with like less energies. I run 1 Tech Denver Bank because I do have the Skylers in here, so I can search this if I need it to do extra damage. It did it did help me to get a few knockouts that otherwise would have fell short to getting. And I like this in the bat matchup because bats, they really benefit from this card right here. So they benefit more than I do. So I'd rather have not even play this card and then use this card